Hello, my dear student. I am Krishna Kumar. Today we start the new lesson metals and nonmetals. In metals and nonmetals, we first see about the physical properties of metals. Metals are solid in structures. Generally, they are solid except mercury. Metals are hard in nature. The except is lithium, potassium and sodium. This one is exception. Metals have metallic luster. Their characteristic is lustrous. Lustrous means shining property, and most metals are malleable. Malleable is the property of metals in which it can be beaten into thin sheets. Metals are ductile, can be drawn into wires. Ductile means it is the property of metals in which metals can be drawn into thin wires. Metals have high melting points. Melting point means the temperature at which the metals can melt. The amount of temperature in which the metals can melt is known as melting point. The gallium and cesium have low melting points. They melt in the palm of the hand. Metals have high boiling point. High boiling point means the temperature in which the metals can change into vapor state is known as their boiling points. Metals are generally good conductor of heat and electricity. Silver and copper are the best conductor. Lead and mercury are the some metals which are poor conductor of heat. Metals are good conductor of electricity. The best conductivity of electricity of metals are silver and copper. Metals are sonorous. Sonorous means the metallic sound. The metals are produce the metallic sound as when we beat in, it produce the one kind of the sound known as metallic sound. Now we see the physical properties, general properties of the nonmetals. Nonmetals may be solid, liquid or gases, means it can be found in all these three kind of the state. Carbon, sulfur, phosphorus are solid in state. Bromine, nonmetals is in liquid state, and oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen are the some nonmetals which are found in gaseous state. Nonmetals are generally in soft except diamond, which is the hardest natural substance. As we know, nonmetals are soft, but the diamond is the nonmetals which are hardest in nature. Nonmetals do not have lustrous property except iodine. Iodine has the lustrous means shiny property. Nonmetals are not malleable. Generally, the nonmetals are the brittle in structures, so they have not the property of malleable and ductile. Nonmetals which are solid and liquids have low melting points. Nonmetals which are solids and liquids have low boiling points, means the nonmetals generally has the low melting and boiling points. Nonmetals are bad conductor of heat and bad conductor of electricity. Only exception is there. The graphite is the nonmetals which can be conduct the electricity. The electricity can conduct with the such type of the substance in which the free electrons are present, and nonmetals are not sonorous, means they cannot be produce the metallic sound. Now we see the chemical properties of metals. In metals, when the metals is react with the oxygen, it forms the metallic oxide. For example, when copper is heated, it combines with the oxygen to form copper oxide. When aluminum is heated, it combines with the oxygen to form aluminum oxide. The reaction of copper with the oxygen is given here as copper is when react with the oxygen, it forms the copper oxide CuO. And when the aluminum is react with the air, it forms the aluminum oxide, that is Al2O3. Now we see with the reaction with the water. Metals react with water to form metal oxide or metal hydroxides and release the hydrogen gas. For example, sodium is the metal which when react with the water, it produce the sodium hydroxide and release the hydrogen gas. Potassium is the another metal which when react with the water, it produce the potassium hydroxide KOH and release the hydrogen gas. The calcium is the metals when react with the water, it produce the calcium hydroxide CaOH whole 2 and release the hydrogen gas. As we know, the metals also can be react with the water to form the oxide form. So that the aluminum is the metals which react with the water. When it react with the water, it produces the oxide form of aluminum Al2O3 and release with the hydrogen gas. The iron is the metal which when react with the water, it produces the oxide form of the iron, ferrous oxide Fe3O4 with release of hydrogen gas. Now we see the reaction with the acids. Metals react with the dilute acid to form salts and hydrogen. For example, when magnesium as a metal when react with the hydrochloric acid, it produces the salt, as magnesium chloride is the salt and produce the hydrogen gas. The aluminum is the another metal when react with the hydrochloric acid, then it produces the aluminum chloride, it is the salt and release of the hydrogen gas. Zinc is the metal when react with the hydrochloric acid, it produces the zinc chloride with release of hydrogen gas. The another example of this reaction of the metal with the acid is here. Iron when react with the hydrochloric acid, it produces iron chloride with release of hydrogen gas. Now we see reaction of metals with the metal salt solutions. In metallic salt solutions, when the metals is react, then the more reactive metals always displace the less reactive metals and takes place the more reactive metals of the less reactive metals and form the salt solutions. A more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal, as we know, and form the salt solutions, and such type of the reaction is known as displacement reaction. For example, magnesium displaces copper from copper sulfate solution. Mg plus CuSO4, MgSO4 plus copper. Zn plus CuSO4 then form the ZnSO4 plus Cu. And ZnSO4 is the salt, Zn is the metal which displaces the copper, and iron when react with the copper sulfate solution, then iron displaces the copper because copper is less reactive than iron and form the ferrous sulfate salt, and the copper is displaced from the copper sulfate solutions. Now we see how we can be say that which one metals is the reactive, more reactive, and which one is the less reactive. Then we first know about the reactivity series of metals. The arrangement of metals according to the decreasing order of their reactivity is called reactivity series of metals. Here the reactivity series of metals is the potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold. The potassium, sodium is the most reactive, and as well as we go down, then the reactivity of metals will be decreases, and this will be so that the reactivity series of metals. Now we see the chemical properties of nonmetals. The nonmetals, when react with the oxygen, it shows the reaction with the oxygen, then metallic oxide is produced as like nonmetallic oxide is produced as like the metals. When sulfur is heated, it combines with the oxygen to form the sulfur dioxide, means the nonmetallic oxide. When carbon is heated, it combines with the oxygen to form the carbon dioxide as the nonmetallic oxide. But the nonmetals do not react with the water, as the metal react with the water to form the oxide form and hydroxide form, but the water do not show the reaction with the water. So that the phosphorus, which is highly reactive with the air, this one is the highly reactive nonmetal, and so it one is stored into the water to protect from catching the fire. Reaction with the acids. The nonmetals do not react with the acids. Metals is the electropositive elements because it always lose the electrons to form the positive ions. As we see here, the sodium has the atomic number 11 and their electronic configuration is the 281, so that to form the octet, means to form the stable, it loses the one electron and produce the electropositive elements. The nonmetals always gain the electrons to form the negative ions, so that the nonmetals are known as electronegative elements. For example, the chlorine is the nonmetals which has the electronic configuration as 287. The 7 is the outermost electrons in their orbit, so that the 7 electrons need the one electron, gain the one electron to form their octet, and that's why the nonmetals always gain the electrons to form their octet or stable, and that's why the nonmetals are the electronegative elements. Thank you for watching my video. Again I come with the new video. Thanks.